Hello, men and brethren. So today, Lord willing, we will start on Genesis chapter 5, verse 21, and let us, ask our God for help. Just so we know, it's Genesis 5:21. Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. After he begat Methuselah, Enoch walked with God 300 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Amen. So God took Enoch. Uh, so God took Enoch, and and he was not. It says in verse 24. We don't know exactly how. In the spirit can reveal, but so far as I know, as far as I know, God took him. As far as I know, at least in the New Testament, the souls go to heaven for the ones that are saved, and their bodies will be raised at the last day in the resurrection of the dead, which will be very soon. And so here it says, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Yeah, I cannot. If I do not know something, I'm not going to say anything. So that's it says he went to heaven. In what form, God knows, and God can reveal that. But I'm not going to say what I do not. I don't know. So I just continue here on verse 25. Methuselah lived 187 years and begat Lamech. After he begat Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Lamech lived 182 years and had a son. He called his name Noah, saying, "This one will comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Jehovah has cursed." Amen. So let us see what Noah means. Noah means rest. That's the meaning of the name Noah, patriarch who survived the flood. Uh, Lamech knew about the curse that God gave to Adam and the ground. Uh, it is clear that Adam passed on what God said, what God commanded in the lineage of Seth, at least I know. Because it's clear even from reading Genesis 5 in the prior video and any just reading from Genesis 5, it's clear that Seth, God, it says, verse 3, and begat a son in his own likeness after his image and named him Seth. So here, family of Seth, they knew about the commandment that God gave to Adam. Adam told them, and we're going to see, the earth. There was a curse on the earth, and let us look at. Let's see, where there's another part in the Bible that talks about a curse. Uh, it's on Malachi 4:4-6. It's the last book on the Old Testament. Let us look on Malachi 4:4-6. It's the last verses also. Remember the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Jehovah. And he will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse. Amen. So, John the Baptist was that Elijah. Jesus talked about him in the New Testament. He was so, and now look at the last part where it says, "Lest I come and strike the earth with a curse." Okay, and what happened at that time is that, as we read in Genesis 5, and he called his name Noah, saying, "This one will comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Jehovah has cursed." So we know that the ground was cursed on Genesis 3, verse 17, and it says in a quote, "Cursed is the ground for your sake, in toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread till you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you shall return." Amen. So I looked at the word, turned to Genesis 5, 29, the word comfort, and in the original language it says console, console us. And what this means in the original Hebrew is something very deep, as you will see. Console in the dictionary means to comfort someone at a time of grief and disappointment. So, console means to comfort someone at a time of grief and disappointment. So, at that time there was grief and disappointment, the time of Lamech. Okay, we don't know the details. We can't add. We don't know. If we don't know, we just don't know. But there was a curse to the ground. There was man had already a fallen nature. You know, they had sinned. They had to they called upon Jehovah. And remember, it says when referring to Seth in Genesis 5. Genesis 4, 26, it says, "Then men began to call on the name of Jehovah." So they were redeemed as they called on the name of Jehovah, of God. They were forgiven of their sins, and and it is clear that they had to offer the best to God, like Abel did. Abel offered the best to God, and Seth and his family did also. So here there was a disappointment, a time of disappointment. I remember that Jesus compares the. Let's read what it says. Matthew 24. Jesus compares the days of Noah to his soon return. And let's look at Matthew 24. Okay, but let's start on verse 36. "But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days before the flood they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also will the coming of the Son of Man be." Amen. So Jesus compares his return with the days that there was grief and disappointment among the people, and we know that they were no different than us. We had griefs and disappointments, but but Noah means rest. So we believe Jesus gives us rest. Let's continue verse 30. After he begat Noah, Lamech lived 595 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old. And Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Amen. So that's Genesis chapter 5. Genesis chapter 5. And notice that Methuselah was the man that had the longest years, 969 years. And then Lamech had 777 years, and he died. So number 7 in the Bible is used as a perfect completion of God. The perfect completion of God was going to be, well, it's a sign. It's a sign for us. 3 sevens. You know, it's a sign for us that days are short. Jesus will return soon. Jesus will return soon, as he compares days of Noah to these days, and that's clear. So God bless you, and may the Lord continue to guide you